Now, let's concentrate on how to properly move the products of the company, which is, of course, my objective as your medical consultant. So, my dear brothers, let me try to share my screen to all of you. Okay? And let's talk about again the algorithm, okay, of the wonderful products of our company, Alliance Emotion Global Nigeria. Okay? So, for those new members or new leaders of our company watching right now, okay, I'm Dr. Butch Villena. I'm a medical consultant of 21 years and a doctor for 24 years now. I co-authored the book, of course, with my wife, okay, a complete 24/7 Natural Healers, which happens to be the official product book of our company. I've been a professor for 12 long years in the College of Medicine Nursing, okay, and I'm one of the international trainers, just like Miss Kit and Brother Japs, and one of your training team here locally. And of course, I'm your medical and product specialist. So to begin with, okay, kindly like my Facebook page, that's Dr. Butch Villena. Kindly click the thumbs up icon. It's either up there or down here. So Doc V. So that if you have certain questions in mind about the products of the company, about the right products to be given their clients, you can ask it here. But I will be asking you a very simple favor. Kindly add the age, the specific diagnosis given by the doctor, all of the laboratory results, and all of the medications your client is presently taking. So that when I give my answer, I will go straight to the point. Because if not, if the information will be incomplete, I'll be asking you the same questions. And I might go back to you after 2 or 3 days. So it will prolong the agony of waiting for the right products. So again, kindly include also all of those information so that when I give my answer, it will be straight to the point. Okay? So, to begin with, good morning. Again, my wife, my lifetime girlfriend, my partner, and also my upline and sponsor in this company, Dr. Charity Villena. She's a pediatrician, by the way. Okay? So, before we further continue, can you all please smile? Yeah! Okay? And these are my two wonderful daughters, of course. The one is already, on your left is already 18 years old, a first year nursing student. By the way, I would like to inform you that Miss Kit is a registered nurse. So, Miss Kit, she's following your footsteps. Okay, she's studying first year at De La Salle University in Cavite. And my youngest is just 10 years old, grade 5. Okay, so why the need to smile? You already know me as one of those trainers of the company who likes my audience to smile. Anywhere I go around the world, either in Africa, Asia, or even the Middle East, here in the Philippines, okay, I usually ask my audience to smile. Why? Number one is to strengthen our immune system. Let me make it simple. This pandemic COVID-19 is still, okay, in our surroundings. The number is still increasing. And how can we be able to fight them? You have to strengthen your immune system. And one of the things that you must do is, of course, to smile and have a positive mindset. Why again? Because every time you smile, your brain will be stimulated to produce feel-good hormones, whose function is to strengthen your immune system that can kill different kinds of bacteria, viruses like COVID-19, and even fungi, including cancer cells in our body. By the way, every time we talk about cancer, I was able to remember the name Chadwick Boseman. Okay, of course, Black Panther. And we all know what happened to him a few days ago. He died because of colon cancer. So again, if you would like to strengthen your body, okay, one thing that you must do is, of course, be happy. Smile. Okay? Number two, what is the main reason, the reason behind smiling? Well, if you would like to attract positive fortune, okay, you really have to smile a lot. Because remember this, that people will be approaching you if your aura is positive. Okay? So, again, before we further continue with this training, can all of you please smile? There you go. Now, I got a point, so we need to smile. But remember this. What we're going to discuss right now will be the algorithm. Of course, I cannot hear you, but can you please say the words algorithm? Okay? What is the algorithm? This is the agreed upon proper dosage that we will be giving to our clients. We're not here to talk about the major components, no. Because if I will include that, we will take us around 5 hours to 6 hours. I am sure Mama Uche and the barrister knows this, that when I conduct my in-depth training, it will usually take us 10 to 12 hours before we finish. And we cannot do that right now. So I will be concentrating more on the algorithm, the proper dosage, the combinations, when to give it and when not to give it. Okay? So, are you ready? Because if you're ready, let's get it on. Number 1. Every time we talk about the body, okay, and we have studied this during our elementary and high school years, okay, we are made up of cells, and majority of which are said to be what? Circular in shape. At the center of your cells is a so-called nucleus that will house your deoxyribonucleic acid or your DNA, the ones that you usually give to your offspring or to your kids. So, that's the number 1 function. Number 2, okay, it also carries the code for us to produce proteins. Proteins for what? Muscle development, hemoglobin that carries oxygen, enzymes for metabolism of food, and of course, the most important nowadays will be your immunoglobulins or your so-called antibodies that will help kill different kinds of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, fungi, including cancer cells. Now, try to follow the arrow. This orange sausage-shaped organelle is the one we call as the mitochondria or the powerhouse of the cell. Look, let's make it simple. They are the ones that will produce energy. Once oxygen and nutrients goes inside your mitochondria or your powerhouse, they will be producing energy to sustain the activities of the body every day. You get a point? So, meaning to say, if the function of the cell is good, then our body's function will also be good. Then we will be healthy. So, doctor, the question now is, what is the problem then? Remember this, that every time our body, our cells produces energy, they're also producing this one. Again, my dear leaders, can you say the words free radicals? Okay, let's try to make it interactive. Okay, again, free radicals. I cannot read the name. All I can see is Galaxy A014. Okay, I do hope you will be able to write there your name so that I can be able to mention your names. Okay, now, free radicals. So, doctor, we can get it anywhere? Yes. Aside from your body producing your own free radicals, we can inhale them or smell them. We can drink the free radicals. We can even eat the free radicals. Really? Yes. No one can escape free radicals. Anywhere you go, you will be exposed to free radicals. Plus the fact, let me repeat, plus the fact that your very own body can produce free radicals. How? Remember this. When you make use of your oxygen to become a source of energy, one of the electrons of that oxygen will be removed. And that oxygen, of course, will become a free radicals. Unpaired electrons, unstable. They will try to steal or snatch the electron of the next atom, and that again will become a free radical, and it will be a domino effect. These atoms will be destroyed, and once you destroy the atoms, you're going to destroy your molecules. Now use your imagination. If this is your cell, the covering of the cell, if you're going to destroy molecules, okay, a portion of the cell membrane or the covering will be damaged. It will try to leave a hole, okay, or a gap on the covering that will try to make the free radicals go inside further. So if there will be an overwhelming free radicals inside your body, what will happen to you? Your cells will die. If your cells will die, then we will become defenseless, our body will be damaged, and we will suffer from different kinds, let me repeat the words, different kinds of diseases like hypertension, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, even cancer. So Dr. Villena, if we cannot escape the free radicals, what do we need to protect our body against these free radicals? you need antioxidants. We need antioxidants, and majority of which can be derived by eating fruits and vegetables. By the way, I would like to mention to all of you that according to the WHO requirements, World Health Organization requirements, that we must eat approximately 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, different colors, approximately 400 grams every day. You got a point. Now, I've been in Africa, in Nigeria, for 5 consecutive years. Okay, and you know what? I envy Nigerians, especially when you talk about fruits and vegetables. Because your fruits and vegetables there are so big, including your plantain. My God, it's so long. Okay, even your pawpaw are quite huge. But the question is, what if you are not fond of eating fruits and vegetables? You get a point. Now, doctor, wait a minute. Before we go to that part, what is the benefit of taking enough number of antioxidants in your body? What can happen? These antioxidants will try to supply, the word is supply, the lost electron to the free radicals. Meaning to say they will neutralize. Again, can you say the word neutralize? Very good. They will neutralize the free radicals in order to preserve. The word here is preserve the function of the cells. So mean to say, your cells will become healthy and that will be good. Are we together? Okay. Now, doctor, so I got a point. So we need high antioxidants. They will neutralize the free radicals and our body will become healthy? Yes. But let me repeat this. We can get them from fruits and vegetables. And what if you are not fond of eating fruits and vegetables? What will happen to you? You may suffer from different kinds of diseases. Now, here comes the significance of supplementation. What is the meaning of supplementation? It will be there to bridge, the word is bridge, the nutritional gap between the food that we are eating and the supplements that we're taking. So let's make it simple. Do we need food supplements? As a medical doctor, specialist? Yes, definitely. And when you talk about food supplements, we have the best food supplements right there in your great country, Nigeria. And these are the wonderful food supplements of AIM Global Nigeria. Wow! And we have so many there in your country. Now, again, I'm going to mention all of these products, but I will only be mentioning, of course, the most important functions of these products. Are you ready? The usual question to me is, doctor, which of these products is the best? Okay, let me repeat. Which of these products is considered to be the best? As your medical consultant, it will still be C24/7. As far as I'm concerned, the best product of the company will still be C24/7. If you're looking for a product that contains everything that you need and everything that you want, it's there in C24/7. For example, 22,000 phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals that we've been taking since we're a baby, amino acids that will try to build up your immune system, okay, strengthen your immune system, super green fat spirulina blend. We have 12 fruits and 12 vegetables, more than the requirements given by the WHO. We have the mushrooms that will serve as your antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. We have the digestive enzymes to metabolize your food to become energy, okay? We have herbs and specialty nutrients, and of course, essential omega fatty acid that will help lower down your blood cholesterol. So right there and then, I can safely say to you that we have the best product in the company. But again, listen to this. From the vitamins and minerals up to the essential fatty acids, these were the components of our former flagship product called as Complete Phyto Energizer. Are we clear? Are we together? Good. Now, Doc, so what happened here? What the owners did, Dr. Kabantog, Surgeon Dr. Connie, was to add 5 anti-aging and 4 longevity polyphenols, mega resveratrol blend, which happens to be the components of Reserlife, to come out with C24/7. So when they added the 5 anti-aging and 4 longevity polyphenols with all of the components of Complete, they now arrived with this best herbal product, which is C24/7. My dear leaders, I would like to inform you, and I'm proud to mention this. When I did the research way back 2015, I compared our C24/7 with two famous herbal products there by trying to assess the ORAC value done by Brunswick Laboratory. And we found out that the product with the best ORAC value way back 2015, even up to now, is still C24/7 of our company, Alliance Emotion Global. You get a point. And again, I would like to mention to all of you that that very own product of ours, 2016 was voted as the #1 food supplement in the world, and that is C24/7. Now I know what you're thinking, Dr. Villena. You just mentioned earlier that we will be discussing the algorithm. Okay, are you ready with your cameras? This will be the algorithm. Take a snap because I'm going to to lower down the temperature of my AC. It's starting to be so cold, okay? Okay. Okay. I'm back. So, this will be the algorithm. Take a snap, my dear leaders. Take a snap in order for you to really appreciate how to properly give the products of the company. And this will be the most important part of our training today. Okay. If someone will ask you, Sister, can we take the product anytime we want? Yes. My simple answer is yes. But if you would like to absorb the product better and faster, the best time to take it is during an empty stomach. It's written down there. 30 minutes before mealtime or 2 hours after mealtime for faster and better absorption of the products. Are we together? Good. Now, Doc, try to look at the colors. Green, red, and black. Depending on the situation of your clients, are they normal, suffering from other diseases, or suffering from cancer? Okay, we have different rows and columns. Okay, meaning to say, okay, breakfast, lunch, and dinner time. Try to follow the arrow. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner time. But irregardless, this is the usual thing that I always say. Irregardless of the condition of your clients, always begin with once a day. Let me repeat what I've said. Irregardless of the condition of our clients, always start with once a day. Don't give 3 right away for a cancer client. No, why? They might suffer from the so-called healing crisis. Let me simply define healing crisis. The time we're in, we will manifest signs and symptoms of a hidden illness inside the body. You might feel some headache, lightheadedness, okay, stomach upset, LDM, and so on and so forth. But don't worry, after the healing crisis comes the detoxification process. The time we're in, we are now adjusting with the products of the company. So in order for us to avoid those things from happening, begin with once a day. For our body to slowly adapt with our products. Are we clear? Okay, good. Now, after once a day on the first week, the following week, make it 2 times a day. So we're only going to adjust and add a certain product weekly. On the 3rd week, make it 3 times a day. Now, I would like to inform you, my dear leaders, listen to this one. There will be certain situations or circumstances wherein the maximum dosage that we can give will be a maximum of 111. And what will this be? This one. Okay. So, get hold of your camera, take a snap, okay, because we need this, okay, in order for us not to make a mistake in giving the products of the company. Now, 111 maximum dosage. Let me repeat. If you're normal, if you're healthy, not suffering from any problems, the best product that you can take will be C24/7. Are we together? Good. I guess that's so clear. Okay? That will be so simple. Now, if and ever you have a client suffering from kidney diseases, liver diseases, goiter or enlargement of the thyroid glands, with autoimmune diseases, my dear leaders, the preferred product for that will be Complete Phyto Energizer. Not C10%. It should be Complete Phyto Energizer. I know what you're thinking, Dr. Villena, wait a minute. Why complete? Why not C20%? Okay, let me make the discussion so simple for all of us. Listen to this one, my dear leaders, okay? If someone is suffering from a kidney disease, we preferred complete. Why again? Our kidneys have a hormone whose function is to stimulate the bone marrow to produce red blood cells. Good. What if your client is already suffering from end-stage renal disease, which is said to be irreversible, like cirrhosis? Then the hormone production will become so low, and the stimulation of the bone marrow will become so weak, and the production of the red blood cell will be severely affected. That may lead to what? Anemia. Okay? Now, as a medical doctor for the past 24 years, I would like to share to all of you, I've seen clients of mine, patients of mine, with the totally damaged kidneys, suffering from anemia, that are also suffering from a very, very low platelet count. Can you say the word platelet? Doctor, what is that? If by chance you suffer from a wound that is bleeding, in order for the bleeding to stop, we need a blood clot. And the one that can start the blood clotting will be your platelets. Are we clear? Now, what if you're suffering from a kidney problem with anemia and with a low platelet count? Then you have given your client products that contains resveratrol. Can you say the word resveratrol? What are these? C20%, Restore Life, Vitamax. I would like to inform you, I'm gonna remove my glasses first. These resveratrol products of the company, okay, has a blood thinning effect. So, if you will be giving a product with a blood thinning effect to someone with a very low platelet count, then you're trying to increase the possibility, putting them at risk that they may suffer from bleeding. So again, let me make it simple. Let's make it simple. Okay? Once you are dealing with a client with a kidney and liver problems, please go with Complete Phyto Energizer. Clear with that one? Okay. What else? Goiter. There's a hyperthyroidism, hypothyroid, but to simplify everything, to avoid confusion, give Complete. Okay? And when we say autoimmune diseases, it means that our very own immune system is destroying the tissues of the body. A good example will be lupus, that will also be affecting your kidneys and your heart. Then please, give Complete. So kidney problems, liver problems, goiter, and autoimmune. What is the preferred product? Complete. What is the maximum dosage? 1, 1, 1. Clear so far? Good. So simple. Now, Doc, let's try to clarify the issue. How do we properly give the products of the company? For those suffering from kidney problems, you have to know for the creatinine count. That is the function of the kidney assessed through blood examination. For those suffering from liver problems, you have to ask for the SGPT or ALT. That will give you the picture if your liver's function is also good. Now, always begin with once a day. Let me repeat this now. Pay attention. Focus now. Always begin with once a day. Then, we will only be adjusting and increasing the dosage if the creatinine count or the SGPT for the liver are improving. If it is improving, you make it 2 times a day. If again it improves, make it 3 times a day. But I would like to inform you, as long as we are dealing with the kidney and liver problem, our maximum dosage is 111. Don't go beyond, because we might do more harm than good to the clients. So let me repeat this for the nth time. I'm sorry because I would really like to reiterate this part. Okay? Kidney and liver problems, the maximum is how much? 1, 1, 1. Clear? Good. Okay, now, other diseases, what are these? Hypertension, heart attack, stroke, diabetes. You may even include COVID-19 if you want. You can go as much as 222. But again, always begin with once a day. And my dear leaders, AIM Global Nigeria, my dear brothers and sisters, I would like to ask you a big favor. The only time we're going to give the mega dose or the 333, and my sister Uche and the Barrister knows this very well, we will only be giving those so-called mega dose or 333 for those suffering from cancer. So do not give the 333 if you're only suffering from bile. Don't give your 333 if you're suffering from hypertension. Especially don't give your 333 if you're dealing with kidney and liver problems. Are we clear? So we will only give the 333 for cancer clients. Now, I would like to clarify this issue also to all of you. Even if you are suffering from other diseases where supposedly we need to give 222, or cancer that we need to give 333, supposedly, if it is also accompanied by these diseases, kidney, liver, goiter, autoimmune, instead of giving 222 or 333, we will go back with 111. So let me repeat what I've said. Even if your client is suffering from other diseases, that is 222, or cancer, which is 333, if they are also suffering from these problems, the maximum dosage that we will give will only be 111. Are we together? Good. Okay, very good. So that's it. As long as you have a copy of that, I will assure you, you will not make a mistake in giving the products of the company. Now, one more thing I would like to give an emphasis to. Special precautions in giving resveratrol. And as you can see there, the 3 products of the company with a great amount of resveratrol are Restore Life, C24/7, Vidamax. Okay? Let me drink my coffee first for a while. Wow, it is so good. Game. Pregnant ladies or breastfeeding mother. You know what? I've been with the company since September 2008, and I've been reading a lot of articles about resveratrol, and not even one medical studies, human clinical studies have stated that it is safe to give resveratrol for the fetus during pregnancy or for the infant while breastfeeding. So for us doctors and in the medical profession like Kit, and of course Japs is also a biologist by the way, in our studies, okay, if there will be no clinical studies that will say that it is safe to give a certain product or medicine, then we should never give it. So for the time being, if you're dealing with pregnant ladies or breastfeeding mom, don't give resveratrol products. Clear? Next, what else? Those who are taking blood-thinning synthetic medications like aspirin, heparin, warfarin, Coumadin, clopidogrel. Okay, these are blood-thinning synthetic medications. Why again? Because for what I've researched, they said that if you're gonna combine a blood-thinning synthetic medicine to a blood-thinning herbal products, again, we're trying to increase the risk, okay, that they may suffer from bleeding. So again, my dear leaders, don't combine resveratrol with blood-thinning synthetic medicines that you can see on your screen. Number 4 issue. If a lady client is suffering from cancer or non-cancer problems of their female reproductive organs. What are these organs? your breast, your ovary, your fallopian tube, okay? Your so-called womb or uterus, cervix, and even vagina. So, why again? Because of the so-called plant-based or phytoestrogenic effect. Why? We all know that ladies has a good amount of estrogen in your body, while we the guys, we have a high level of testosterone circulating in our own body. Now, according to medical studies, if you will increase the level of estrogen, again, you're trying to increase, or you're trying to put the ladies at risk to suffer also from problems of their reproductive organs. So to simplify everything, let me make it simple, my dear ladies and gentlemen. If your grandmother, your very own mom, your auntie, or even your sister, if they have suffered from cancer or are still suffering from cancer right now, then please do not give resveratrol. Are we clear? Okay, good. Now, number 5, those with bleeding or bleeding tendencies, like what? Bleeding nose, mouth, bleeding stomach, bleeding bile, bleeding fibroids, of course, okay? Or those suffering from bleeding tendencies like anemia, leukemia, yellow fever, available of course, present in Africa, definitely. If those will be the problems of your clients, don't give resveratrol. And the safer product that we can recommend will be complete Phyto Energizer. Now let's try to summarize the 2 slides. Kidney problems, liver problems, goiter, autoimmune diseases, pregnant ladies, breastfeeding mom, taking blood thinning synthetic medications, with problems of their reproductive organs for the ladies, and those suffering from bleeding or bleeding tendencies, then please do not give resveratrol, and the safer product for that will be complete Phyto Energizer. Clear? Very simple. Okay, good. Now, let's continue. Anywhere you go, there will be pregnant or lactating moms. And when I say pregnant ladies, of course, the question is, doctor, can we take it anytime during pregnancy? Yes, but it will be safer for complete and my choco if you will give this after the 10th week of pregnancy. Why? Because during the first 10 weeks in medicine, we call that as organogenesis, wherein the embryo or the zygote are just starting to form their organs. Okay? After the 10th week, that's already a fetus. And it's already complete with organs. So it's now safe to give complete and my choco once a day only. Let me repeat, not 111. Once a day. Are we clear? Now, for Colidus, even during honeymoon, even during the first 10 weeks of pregnancy, or even during the first trimester, you can give it. There's no problem with that. But here's my request. If the mom is already on the 37th week of pregnancy, or is about to give birth, okay, if I were you, I will stop first giving Colidus. Why again? Because we already know what will happen if our partner, if a pregnant lady will be about to give birth. Once she's giving birth to her child, once she's delivering the placenta, blood will also be gushing out. And remember this, don't forget, Colidus has a little blood thinning effect that may worsen or prolong the bleeding. And we don't want that to happen to a mother giving birth to her child. Are we clear so far? So, doctor, how much during pregnancy or lactating stage? Only once a day. Don't give the products with resveratrol. Don't give our leave-in coffee yet. Don't give the burn products. No, not yet. These 3 are the safest products that we can recommend for our pregnant clients and lactating mother. Clear? Good. Now, majority of your clients, I would like to reiterate, will fall under the category of the so-called cardiovascular diseases. What are these? When you talk about cardio, it's the heart, vascular, blood vessels, and when you talk about diseases, heart attack, stroke, hypertension for the blood vessels, diabetes, hypercholesterol, hyperlipidemia, of course, okay, or hyperfats, even anemia, leukemia, you name it. As long as we're talking about the heart, the brain, the blood vessels, and the blood, the simple question that you will be asking your clients will be, are you taking blood-thinning synthetic medications or not? Again, what? Blood thinning? Here, aspirin, heparin, warfarin, coumadin, clopidogrel. If they said, yes, I'm taking those medications, so please, my dear leaders, the safer products or the safest products that we can give, okay, will be complete and Colidus once a day. Why only once a day for Colidus? Remember, it has a blood thinning effect, but once a day is safe. And for complete, since we're talking about diseases, remember this, the maximum amount that we can give will be 222. But always start. Don't forget this one. Always begin with once a day. Are we clear? Good. Okay, now, if they said, I'm not taking blood-thinning synthetic medications, then you can go for a combination. Combination of what? C247, Restor Life, and even Colidus. Okay? Now, what if your client is suffering from diabetes? Because you might ask me later on. Let's try to discuss it right now. What if they are suffering from diabetes? Again, ask them, do you have a blood-thinning synthetic medications or not? What if they said, I'm only taking medications for diabetes. I'm not taking aspirin. I'm not taking clopidogrel. Only medications for diabetes. Okay. Then you can go for a combination. But the best product that you can give will be Restor Life. If they can afford 2 products, you can add Colidus. If they can afford 3 products, you can add C20%. Okay? But if they can only afford a single product, aside from the medications that will be given by the doctor, for diabetes, I'll go for Restor Life. Clear? Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, Doc, I got the point. You've already discussed the algorithm for C10%, or even complete. Okay. For Restor Life, you can give it once or twice a day. How about Colidus? Here it goes. Now, I'm gonna mention to you something here. I'm gonna ask you a big favor. If you are 30 years old and above, let me mention again the age. 30 years old and above. By the way, I'm 51 years old. Okay. My simple request. Have a blood cholesterol check every year. Okay? Why? Remember this. If this is your blood vessel, if there's an excess cholesterol, they will try to embed, okay, or attach to the wall of the blood vessels. It will cause a hardening or thickening that we call as atherosclerosis. That can lead to hypertension. And if by chance there will be a small clot, they will try to block the flow of the blood. That can lead to heart attack or even stroke. So we need to be sure that we're healthy. So have your cholesterol be checked every year. Now, look at the values. More than 150 will still be normal, up to below 200. So just once a day of Colidus will be good enough. If that will be more than 200, or much more for more than 250, then that will be an abnormal count, a high count of cholesterol. That's why you're gonna increase your Colidus dosage to 2 times a day, or even a maximum of 3 times a day. Let me mention, the maximum number of Colidus that you may take every day, according to studies done worldwide, will only be 111. Okay? Now, if you have a count of more than 200, then you need to repeat the blood cholesterol checkup every 2 months. Every 2 months. Okay? Let's give you an example. More than 250, after 2 months, it became more than 200. So you need to lower down your Colidus from 3 times a day to 2 times a day. But if it will go back to normal, go back to once a day, and repeat the cholesterol checkup after 1 year. After 1 year. By the way, I would like to mention to each and everyone, This is one product of the company that is best taken, okay, during mealtime. For the other products, empty stomach. But for Colidus, during mealtime. Again, the question to you will be why? Okay? Imagine, what if you will eat a fatty meal, rich in cholesterol, fried pork, fried chicken, okay? What if you will eat those things, okay? Remember this. Those excess cholesterol inside your intestines, if you will take omega fatty acid Colidus, once they go inside your intestines, they will just try to pull the cholesterol, and those cholesterol will become part of your feces or your stool or your waste. You will just defecate. It will become part of your poops. That will help to normalize your blood cholesterol. And that's good. The other benefits of Colidus will be, it will also be there to break down the fats to become energy. And that will be very good for our body. Now, remember this, it contains omega supreme fatty acid, DHA for the brain, and EPA to help normalize your blood cholesterol. And that's why, even during pregnancy, we can safely give our product Colidus. Clear? Good. Now, these are, of course, the basic products of the company, and majority of which are manufactured by Nature's Way. So, to continue with, our former flagship product, Complete Phyto Energizer, with 16,000 phytonutrients, compared to 22,000 phytonutrients of C24/7. That's why C24/7 is better than Complete by 6,000 phytonutrients. And again, I would like to reiterate that all of the components of Complete are present in C24/7 now. I'm sure you have a certain question in mind. Doctor, if all of the components of Complete are already in C24/7, then why the need for Complete? Remember this. Let's try to recall what we mentioned earlier. Pregnant ladies, lactating mom, those suffering from problems of their reproductive organs, those with blood thinners or taking blood thinning synthetic medications, those with problems of their, those with bleeding or bleeding tendencies, kidney problems, liver problems, goiter, autoimmune. The preferred product for those diseases or problems will be Complete Phyto Energizer. But for the rest of the diseases, definitely you go for C24/7. Are we clear? Good. Now, Doc, how about Restore Life? If Colidus means cholesterol reducer, Restore Life means it will restore your life. It will rejuvenate your life. It contains resveratrol. The highest amount of resveratrol is in Restore Life, with 4 longevity polyphenols. I know what you're thinking, Dr. Longevity, it can prolong our lives? Yes. According to studies through DNA repair, it may prolong our lives by 30% or more, and that's good. And doctor, what else? They can break down your fats to become energy. It can help normalize your blood sugar for those suffering from diabetes. It can also help normalize your blood cholesterol, together with your Colidus, of course. And if you have a client with a problem of their nervous system, like the brain, spinal cord, or nerves, this is one good product for them. And why do I take it every day, especially at night? With a high level of antioxidants, anti-cancer properties. And again, let's try to simplify it. All of the components of Restore Life for longevity polyphenols, plus everything in Complete Phyto Energizer, with the 5 anti-aging, they were added up to finally come out with the best food supplement in the world, and that is C24/7 of our great company, Alliance in Motion Global. Clear? Good. Now, Doc, that's clear. Now, during these times of pandemic, as I always say, if we will take care of our body with the adults, we also need to take care of the body of our young kids. We also need to improve their immune system. And the product for our young kids will be KIDI 24/7. Doctor, will they enjoy it? I will assure you they will love it. Why? As if they're just eating gummy bears. but everything used were all natural. All natural. Okay? No artificial flavorings. Everything is natural. Now, look at the components. 14 vitamins and minerals and 26 fruits and vegetables. If I'm gonna ask you, how many fruits and vegetables do we have in C24/7 complete? 12, 12. That will be 24. But this one contains 26. Higher than C24/7 complete by 2. Why again? Let's make it simple. Some of our kids are not fond of eating vegetables or fruits. So in order to compensate, the word is compensate, with the loss of the kids when you talk about fruits and vegetables, our company increase, okay, the components to 26. Wow, that's good. Now, one more thing. We're talking about your young kids. Okay? Here in the Philippines, schooling is done through online. Virtual schooling, online schooling. They're in front of the computer. Okay? So if you would like to improve their brain memory, then please give your young kids DHA that is present in my choco to improve their brain memory. Perfect. What else? Okay? Let me mention these two beverages at the same time. Both my choco and Live coffee are alkaline based, safe for your stomach. Both of them are herbal beverages. Why? Because 1/3 of the milligrams of complete with 16,000 phytonutrients, let me remind you, were also added to my choco and Live coffee. Great! Wow! Okay. Now, let's talk about Live coffee. I'm sure you love this. I'm definitely sure you love this coffee. Okay? It tastes so good. Why? It's coffee Arabica, world-class coffee. Safe for your heart. Why? Less caffeine, decaffeinated. And you can choose amongst different flavors. We have the original, the latte, and the favorite of my brothers and sisters in Nigeria, the cappuccino. Okay? And, by the way, you know me, if you are 30 years old and above, what I always recommend and suggest is for you to drink not the cappuccino, but the sugar-free. Why? Number one, you will enjoy the taste. Stevia. It is 300 times sweeter than sugar, but it is not sugar. That's why it is safe. Safe and effective that you can also recommend for diabetic clients. Doc, that's good. What else? Can help normalize your blood pressure. Antibacterial properties. Can strengthen your bones because of calcium production. With a high level, let me repeat, with a high level of antioxidant, anti-cancer properties. And these are the wonderful beverages of Alliance Emotion Global. My Choco and Live Coffee. Clear? Okay, good. What else? Vitamax. It contains Rusvita. Again, excuse me, I'm gonna drink my coffee first. Wow, so good. It contains Rusvita or trans-resveratrol. Look, resveratrol. The ones also present in C24/7 and Restore Life. So, what are the benefits of taking Vitamax once a day? Remember, it is taken once a day. Number one benefit, dilation of the blood vessels. It will help normalize your blood pressure. It is a food supplement that you can safely add to their antihypertensive medications to help normalize the blood pressure. Second, it will try to improve your metabolism. Say the word metabolism. What will happen here? Break down the fats to become energy. Okay, very good for your nervous system. Can help normalize your blood sugar and blood cholesterol. It has a bonus. What is that? It contains fruit flow. What again? Fruit flow. What is the function of fruit flow? Let's make it simple. It is there to prevent abnormal clotting, okay, inside your blood vessels. That will help try to prevent heart attack and even stroke. It will try to improve the flow of the blood to your circulation. Once a day of Vitamax is good enough. Very good. Okay? Now, before further continue, you might ask, Dr. Villena, wait a minute. Before you jump into the other products, when is the right age for us to give the products of our company? If you have your ball pens and papers with you, get it right now. We are gonna discuss this, okay? For infants, I'm sorry, as what my wife have explained to me, she's a pediatrician by the way, okay? There are still no products of the company that we can recommend for infants below 1 year old because their digestive system may not be able to withstand our herbal products. Are we clear? Good. For 1 year old and above, you can start giving my choco. That's good. 1 year old and above. 2 years old and above, start giving Kitty 24/7. If they can chew and swallow properly. If you're in doubt, if your kids can chew and swallow properly a certain food, then you can cut it thinly and give it little by little to your child. Okay, doctor, my child loves Kitty 24/7. She would like to take two gummies. At the age of 6, you can increase it to 2 times a day. And at the age of 9, you can increase it to 3 times a day. Are we clear? Good. Now, game. For kids 12 years old and above, we can now give complete phyto-energizer and even Colidus. Now, there will be certain exemptions wherein we can give Colidus below 12 years old. What are these? If those clients of yours, okay, are suffering from brain problems or mental problems like what? Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, ADHD. What is that? Young kids that if you will leave them in one place, they will be running around the room. Their attention span is so short. They're hyperactive. Second, are those suffering from autism or autistic disorder. They are living in their own world. Thirdly, if they're suffering from mental retardation and the IQ level is so low. And lastly, juvenile Alzheimer's disease. Young kids are already suffering from dementia or memory loss. And since my choco contains DHA, and even Colidus by the way, you can give them even below 12 years old. Also for a kid suffering from a fatty liver, you can also recommend Colidus. Doc, it is so big. How can the child swallow it? Let's make it simple. Either you prick the soft gel with a sterile needle or just bite it. You can mix it with milk or my choco or even water. Or just squeeze Colidus straight to the mouth of your child. That's good. Clear? Now, if the child is healthy, then just give Colidus at the age of 12. Okay. And for the rest of the products, you can start giving them at the age of 18. That includes the resveratrol products, the burn products, Vitamax, of course, Live and Coffee, 18 years old and above, according to clinical studies. Clear? Good. Now, Doc, I got a point. Okay, so let's repeat. 1 year old my choco, 2 years old Kitty, 12 years old Complete and Colidus, and for the rest of the products, 18 years old and above. Good. Now let's continue. Okay, we have wonderful natural essential products. Okay, first, the toothpaste. It has 5 herbs. What will be the function? They will try to repair the gums of the oral cavity. If you're suffering from mouth sores or mouth ulcers, use the toothpaste with the 5 herbs. I will assure you, it will start to heal within 2 to 3 days. Okay, next. Antimicrobial, antibacteria, antiviral, antifungal. Okay, and always remember, this toothpaste also contains complete phyto-energizer. That's why if you will brush your teeth using this product, okay, I will assure you, these components of complete will enter the blood vessels in your mouth and will circulate your entire body. So what will be the end product here? Whiter teeth, fresher breath, healthy mouth, and healthy body. By the way, brush your teeth 3 times a day for at least 5 minutes every time you brush your teeth. to give ample time for the components of complete to enter the blood vessels so that your entire body will benefit from this product. Clear? Good. Now, game. We have two different washes available. That will be the feminine wash for the ladies and the masculine wash for the guys. As your medical consultant, please do not try to interchange. Let me repeat. Do not try to interchange these two products. Because some of our clients have mentioned to me, Doctor, I borrowed the masculine wash of my husband because my feminine wash is already consumed. Okay, so please do not. Why? The pH of the vagina and the penis, or should I say, the external genitalia, is different for the ladies and for the gentlemen. That's why we have two different kinds of washes. These are not unisex products. It is specific. Are we clear? Okay, game. Now, Doc, I got a point. These are deal. Once you step out of your house, please, when you come back home, go straight to the washroom and take a bath. In order to avoid transferring COVID-19 virus to your loved ones. Okay? Now, take a bath, use the soap, cleanse your body with water, apply the feminine wash on your fingers, and apply it on your vagina. By the way, I would like to clarify this issue. The vagina is the opening at the center that are surrounded by a minor lip and a major lip. So apply the washes there and also in your clitoris and even in your anus. Okay? Let the product stay there for 2 minutes. What again? 2 minutes. Why? Of course, the question is why? In order for the negative ions to increase, according to medical studies. So after 2 minutes, wash it out. What will be the end product here? Anti-UTI, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. Second, anti-inflammatory, anti-swelling, antihistamine, anti-allergy. Thirdly, antioxidant, anti-cancer. That is the beauty of the feminine wash. For the guys, take a bath, then put the product on your fingers and apply it on your penis. Okay? For example, this is your penis. Okay? Apply on the tip in circular motion to the shaft or body of the penis, then to the scrotum or the covering of your testicles, and also on your anus. After 2 minutes, wash it out. Very good. So the question is, Doctor, how often should we apply the washes? If your vagina or penis are said to be healthy, then just use it once a day. But if you are suffering from urinary tract infection or UTI, or sexually transmitted diseases or STD, then my dear leaders, please use the washes 2 times a day. Clear? Good. Now, let's continue. What else? Okay. Burn Slim product. This is wonderful. Listen carefully, my dear leaders. You would like to lose weight? This is the product for you. Body under right nutrition. Okay? Take this Burn Slim product before mealtime. 30 minutes. Why? So that if you will eat a fatty meal, okay, the fats will not be absorbed by the body and they will just be defecated. It will become part of your stool of your waste. It's number 1. Number 2, let's be serious this time. Let's be honest. Exercise. At least 3 times a week. That should run for at least 30 minutes per exercise. 30 minutes. Why again? Okay? It's a prolonged exercise. It will help break down the sugar and the fats at the same time. So that losing weight will become easier, faster, and more fun. That's good. What else, doctor? Okay? Diet. And that's a big problem. I know what's in your mind, doctor. There's a problem. I like to eat. Okay? Don't worry. This product will lessen or lower down your appetite. Okay? Because let's be honest, Even if you will take products of the company, if you will not go on a diet, it's useless. So for our products to be effective, okay, advise your client, of course, to go on a diet, small frequent feedings. Small only, major leaders, okay? Now, Doc, I got your point. So we will also go on a diet. Yes, okay? Drink lots of water. 8 to 10 glasses of water per day is good. Okay? And take the products of the company. So to summarize, take the products, diet, exercise, and drink lots of water. By the way, what will happen here? They will try to break down the fats inside your cells, inside your liver, and inside your body. That's good. Can I add Restore Life and call it loose? Yes, definitely. Definitely. With the Burn Slim product? Yes. Okay? Now, to continue with. Okay? This is the energy pendant, and the one inside is your Eye Protect 24/7. This one. That Eye Protect 24/7 contains chlorine dioxide. The ones present also in the swimming pool is chlorine. Now, for the studies for the different kinds of research I've read so far, there was a study done by doctors and scientists and even biologists wherein in a wet environment filled with bacteria, viruses, and fungi, they place chlorine dioxide. Within seconds to minutes, these different kinds of bacteria and viruses died right away. Very good. And you can read that in the internet. Now, what our company did is to put that chlorine dioxide in our Eye Protect 24/7. It's right here. Once you wear this, you know what will happen? It will give you a green zone protection. 6 feet radius of course surrounding us for airborne diseases. What again? Airborne diseases. I know what's in your mind. Dr. Villena, COVID-19 is 2 droplets. Yes. But remember, we are not just talking about COVID-19. We are also talking about different kinds of airborne diseases like tuberculosis, like flu virus. So, imagine this. You're standing in one corner of the street, then suddenly, a person around 20 feet away from you suddenly cough or sneeze without covering their mouth or nose. These airborne particles will fly. Once they enter your green zone, it will disintegrate right away. So you will be protected. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dr. Villena. I'm already taking C24/7. That's good. It will be your internal protection. But this one will serve as your external protection. You can even take holidays if you want. You know what I always say? The more protection you have right now in these times of pandemic, the better for our body. Clear? This one will last for 1 month. After 1 month, replace with a new product. Replenish. The Eye Protect Home, you're just gonna stick that on the wall inside your room, inside your child's room, or even inside your car to kill the different kinds of microorganisms. Now, let me try to clarify this issue. This is the energy pendant, and this one is the energy diffuser, which is now available in Nigeria. Okay? Let me talk about this one first. Okay? Infusion process. They will undergo infusion process that will try to increase the chi, or the inner energy, or the electromagnetic energy inside the body. Once you increase your electromagnetic energy or subtle energy, it will also try to improve our aural field. Why? Protection against UV light or sunlight. That's number 1. Very good. It will also improve your metabolism and will also strengthen your immune system. Wow! And the effect of this, the anti-radiation effect of this one, is lifetime. Perfect. Well, I know what you're thinking, doctor. What can the diffuser do? This one, okay? It's so wonderful. It's part of your NPP, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right with that one, kid? The diffuser is part of the NPP. Good. Now, look at this. Look at this one, okay? For your gadgets or even appliances inside your house. Cell phone, tablet, laptop, computer, okay? Refrigerator, television, you can place this one. If you want to believe me, try to Google in the internet, YouTube. There was this brother of yours who did a test, even here in the Philippines. He bought a device, an electromagnetic frequency device, to monitor the amount of radiation for each of the devices inside his house. He tried to monitor it. He saw that the radiation was spiking up. Okay? It was so high. But when he placed the diffuser, it went down to zero. Good! And in these times of pandemic we're in, we are all using our gadgets. We need to protect ourselves against radiation. Now I know what you're thinking, doctor. What if it detaches from the gadgets? According to Dr. Kabantog, just bring it back. Okay, you can attach it back again. Why? Because the anti-radiation of this is lifetime. You got a point? So for all of your appliances, all of your gadgets placed, okay, the energy diffuser in order to protect your body against too much radiation. Very good. Okay, it's lifetime. I would like to give an emphasis. It is lifetime. Finally, I'm sure all of you have suffered from different kinds of muscle pains. And I'm sure some of you have taken pain relievers, anti-inflammatory, anti-swelling medications like mefenamic acid, ibuprofen, diclofenac sodium, diclofenac potassium, celecoxib, meloxicam, and so on and so forth. These medications are good if prescribed by a doctor. So, what would I like to mention to you? Do not abuse taking these medications without a prescription from your doctor's wife. They may totally damage our kidneys and may lead to gastritis or inflammation of the lining of the stomach or even bleeding ulcers of your stomach. So if I were you, I'll go for natural means. You go for the patch. Take a bath, dry up your skin, and apply this patch evenly on parts of your body suffering from muscle pains. It has 9 components. When you apply this on your skin, you will be able to feel a soothing heat relief. The warmness of the patch will try to relax the muscle right away and will try to dilate or widen the lumen of your blood vessels so that the swelling from the surroundings will go inside. Right there and then, you will be able to feel within 1 hour that the pain starting to subside. Sometimes after 3 hours, 6 hours, or 12 hours, you cannot feel the pain anymore. What if it goes beyond 1 day? Don't worry. That patch can stick on your skin for 48 long hours. Okay? And I'm sure by that time, the pain is already gone. But this is my simple request. If ever, after 48 hours, okay, and you're taking a bath, remove it slowly. In order to avoid, okay, this so-called allergic reaction or sometimes irritation on your skin. Okay? But I will assure you, it is a wonderful product that can give relief to muscle pains. And these are the wonderful products of AIM Global Nigeria. Okay? So, Miss Kit, if they have certain questions in mind,